All my men of valor, do their charge!
Was the most popular cube in the whole school. Our cube had only 3 students. Boy 1, Victor Charles, a very responsible man. Victor Charles was so responsible that when he was in class 5, instead of living with his parents were living with him. Boy 2, Ben McIntosh, the blackest man alive. In fact, it is believed that when Ben sweats, he sweats crude oil. Boy 3, me, with the 3 of us, Cube 001 was the envy of the whole school because we were basketballers, we were city boys, we were cool boys, and we were conversant with all trends on fashion. The students of other cubes wanted to associate with us, but we ignored them. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever been ignored by your mind in an exam room? That is how we used to ignore them. All went haywire when our boarding master was doing random cube transfers and decided to transfer a Form 1 by the name Omondi Jakambudi. Omondi Jakambudi was primitive, mshamba, jadala, and just listen to his name, Omondi Jakambudi. His name sounded like the name of a traditional medicine used to cure stage 5 diarrhea. How could you mix a Form 1 with Form 3s in one cube? How could you mix a primitive boy, Jadala, with the trendy city boys in one cube? How could you mix a boy with no talent with school basketballers in one cube? One of our cube members, Victor Charles, had to be transferred from our cube to create space for the Form 1. Our cube changed from Cube 001 to ile cube ya washamba. Something had to be done. Operation Omondi Jakambudi Out Initiative was launched through intensive lobbying. We tried convincing our house prefect. Bana, as we don't want Jakambudi in our cube, but all our pleas fell on deaf ears. One day, we told Jakambudi to pocket while naked. If you think he was able to pocket while naked, you are right. This boy was a witch. He could pocket while naked. The biggest problem was that Jakambudi used to irrigate his bed while sleeping. He used to sleep on the upper bed while I was sleeping on the lower bed. One night, when he was busy irrigating his bed, I was busy dreaming that I was in the tap, drinking fresh tap water. Why was fresh tap water this salty? One night, when we were from chilling in the basketball pitch, awaiting tomorrow's basketball competition, we found Jakambudi sleeping on my bed after irrigating me. Now he wanted to turn my bed into a hero irrigation scheme. As everyone was deep in slumber, we stealthily moved to Jakambudi and tapped him, but he did not move. Jakambudi, Jakambudi, Jakambudi. No response. Good. Without uncovering his blanket, with both the mattress and the bedding, we slowly carried Jakambudi from the dormitory. This was done with much care to avoid waking him up. We then placed him in the middle of the field. Then hid behind the trees to see his reactions if he woke up. The field was behind the Form 1 classes, and we could see one of them seriously reading. Why should a Form 1, Term 1, ban the midnight oil reading? Kwani anasoma table of contents. If only our former cube mate, Victor Charles, was here with us, this could have been a perfect escapade. After 20 minutes, a cold breeze blew on Jakambudi. Bass! We could see him turn, still engrossed in sleep. He touched the grass and felt something cold. He turned on the other side and touched the cold grass again. By this time, we were dying with laughter. When the cold breeze blew again, he woke up and found himself in the middle of the field, all alone, out of shock. Sleep disappeared from his eyes. The way some of you disappear after receiving the adjudicator's award. I am telling you, Jakambudi Ren, that if this was an election year, he would make it to the ballot, running for presidency. As we giggled, we also shouted, "Night runner! Night runner!" for the school to come and catch him in the act, which would warrant an immediate suspension. By the time everyone, including the Form 1, got to the scene, Jakambudi fainted. At this time, we realized that the Form 1, the one reading the table of contents, was Jakambudi. Hiya! Hiya! Hiya, ya, ya! Then who was the boy we had almost scared to death? My country people. Kumbe, the boy we had carried from our cube to the middle of the field was Victor Charles, our former cube mate, Jeso. He had come to lie a little bit in our cube because his new cube mates were annoying too. Unknowingly, we carried him to the field, thinking it was Jakambudi. What are we now going to do? Victor Charles, who was part of our basketball team, the one that was supposed to play tomorrow's games, was lying in the middle of the field, unconscious. People kept on trickling in, one by one. Jakambudi, on seeing Victor Charles lying down, quickly ran and administered first aid. And Victor Charles regained consciousness. We were astonished that however much we despised Jakambudi, there were some areas he was better than us. After this, we were told to mop the dormitory for 2 weeks. When we finished, we lived harmoniously with Jakambudi in Cube 001. Our cube changed to Cube 003. The cube with 3 best friends. Ringa boys, Cube 001.
All my men of valor, do their task.
National Educator.